So I released that video where the guy is openly admitting to taking out the personal car loan to use as a deposit for a property. So someone's come underneath that video with this question. Wouldn't the loan interfere with the mortgage application or affect your affordability? And in regards to a residential property, i.e. a property that you are going to live in, yeah, if you took out a personal loan, it would affect your affordability because you are taking out a loan to use as a deposit, so you have to pay back that loan, plus you're also getting a mortgage loan. So you've got two loans. If I took out a personal loan to put down a deposit on this property, not only would I have to pay back that personal loan, I would also have to pay back the mortgage. You see, this house here, I don't make any money from this house. It does not bring me a return. I am just paying for this house. I'm paying it off. But the guy didn't take out that personal loan and use it for a residential property. He took out that personal loan and he used it for a buy-to-let property, a property that is going to bring him back a return. So if you didn't know, now you're going to know. In regards to buy-to-let properties, a property that you want to buy, a property that you want to purchase to put on the rental market to bring you back a return, you have to put down 25% deposit. Everyone knows that. But what a lot of people don't know is, let's say, for example, yeah, you've got a house or a flat that you want to buy and it costs 100,000. 25% of 100,000 is 25. You would have to come up with a 25% deposit, which is 25,000. Most people think, oh, I also need to be working. That's not always the case. You can actually, as long as you've got the 25% deposit, which in this case is 25,000, you can put down £25,000 as a deposit towards this property and have no income, have no salary. You can do it without working for 2 years as long as you've got the deposit, because the buy-to-let property that you are investing in is supposed to bring you back a return. So it's supposed to be self-sufficient. Yeah, it's supposed to generate its own income. The property is not relying on you to pay back the loan. So you can get away with, obviously, few and far in between. I don't know, let's say there's 5 or 10 lenders that allow you to have zero salary. Yeah, they allow you to want to purchase a property that's 100 grand and you need to put down 25% of the value, which is 25,000. There are a few lenders. There are lenders out there that don't require you to not work. Yeah, they don't need you to work. You can have not worked for 2 years. Obviously, the next tier above them are lenders that require you to have a minimum salary of 12,500, and there are lenders that require you to have a minimum salary of 25,000 salary per year. So if for some reason you're self-employed and you know what I'm saying, you can't show your earnings, or your earnings are low for 1 year, whatever, it doesn't matter. In regards to a buy-to-let property, you can have zero income. You could have not worked for a year or 2 years. You can still put down 25% of the value of that property as a deposit, and you don't need to have any earnings. There are lenders that require you to have 12,500 salary every year, which everybody should have, really and truly. Yeah. And there are other lenders that require you to have a minimum of 25,000 salary every year. Obviously, if you have no earnings in that, well, you are excluded from the lenders that say you have to have a minimum of 12,500, and excluded from the lenders that require you to have a salary of 25,000 as a minimum per year. So obviously you're doing yourself a disservice by using those lenders and that, because more than likely their fees and their rates and interest rates are going to be higher than that. But you can still get yourself on the property ladder. So where does this personal loan come into it? Well, if you take out this personal loan, remember I said earlier, the property is supposed to pay for itself. So if you've taken out a personal loan that is in your name, yeah, the mortgage loan for the buy-to-let, that is its own entity. So they don't care how much loans you got coming out, whatever in it, yeah. As long as that investment, As long as that buy-to-let investment can pay for itself, yeah, let's say the mortgage is £300 and it brings back £700 every month, that's cool. They don't care about what you got going on in your life. As long as you can put down that 25% deposit, yeah, for that property, and that property can pay for itself for the foreseeable future, the next 25 years or 35 years, that's how much the mortgage terms are. You might be able to get 20, you can get 30-year terms as well, but 25, 30, 35 years, as long as they can forecast that property paying for itself, because the mortgage on that property is 300 and you can generate a turnover of 600 a month or whatever, they don't care what loans you got going on in the background for the most part. Yeah? So that's why some people can use a personal loan to use as a deposit for a buy-to-let, not a residential. Because with a residential, that residential property is not paying for itself. You have to pay for it. So imagine, yeah, you take out a personal loan that, you know, is costing you £500 a month, and then the property mortgage, yeah, the money you pay back on a monthly basis, well, that's also £500. That's £1,000 you have to pay back. So you're paying back two loans. So as opposed to with the buy-to-let, you're only paying back one loan. Yeah, theoretically, you're paying back the personal loan. With the property, it pays for itself. So yeah, that's how you can get away with using a personal loan for a buy-to-let deposit. Now, I will make a full-length video on this. Yeah, just give me a couple of weeks or so. Basically, I found 3 lenders. Yeah, it might be 2, but I'll say hopefully 3 lenders that allow you to use a personal loan as a deposit for a buy-to-let property. Because I don't want to say this on the internet, yeah, and someone, oh, Jay said this or whatever in it, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you on the internet, on the lenders. Let's say, can't remember, I think there's a lender called Saffron, yeah, that one there popped into my head. There's a lender called Saffron. I'm going to go onto Saffron's website and show you in person, yeah. So I show you on the screen, yeah. This is what they're saying. Because some people, oh, Jay's giving out wrong advice and whatever. No, you can use a personal loan. I've seen it myself. So I will go on their website and show you, take screenshots, whatever in it. I'll put it on a video, yeah, and I will show you. You can use this lender, that lender as a deposit for your buy-to-let property. Yeah, so this is not something I'm just plucking out of thin air or whatever. Yeah? And yeah, if you're struggling to get on a property ladder or whatever, yeah, this is a fast track way to do it. See, I'm an adaptable man. I come up with hacks, tips and tricks and that. Yeah, it's not about cheating and that, but it's being smart. Why the fuck, yeah, are you gonna wait to save up 5 years for a deposit for a buy-to-let property when you can take out a loan and just pay it back over however long a period of time? Even if it is 10 years, it don't fucking matter. You've got hold of that property today, yeah, instead of having to wait 5 years for that property. Remember, if you're saving up to buy a property in 5 years' time, well, hold on a minute, you don't think that properties are going up in value. You better hope they're going up in value, because when you buy a property, you want 5 years after you've purchased that property for it to go up in value. So a lot of people right now, yeah, like they're waiting and hoping for a crash. I don't want the property market to crash. No, why would I want that? No, I want properties to keep going up in value. I don't care about the property market crashing, and I don't give a shit about that, because that means that my properties are going to go down in value. Now, obviously, they're going to go back up. But my success, I don't determine my success. My success is not determined by the downfall of the property market. So I don't give a fuck about no damn crash, yeah? I'm not... You lot right now, do not wait for these properties to fall in value or interest rates to go down. Just buy the fucking property, man. In 10 years' time, 15 years' time, when that property's gone up by fucking 70, 80 grand, you won't give a shit, man, about the interest rates that you was paying initially. So, but yeah, just wait for that video. It's coming out soon, yeah?